There's a fair amount of activity out there of birds going down to the pond. Sometimes I look out the window and normally it's pretty calm, but sometimes there's a lot of birds out there. I don't know if it has to do with the summer, like if they get thirsty and they head down there. One time, I swear, I don't swear, but I'm sure, this is how I remember it, there would be like doves or whatever, pigeons, going in a group of 3 or 4, and then a group of cardinals came up to the water and they all seemed to wait their turn. I know that can't be what happened. And then the little birds, whatever those things are, titmouses or tufted titmouse, whatever it is. But it's my recollection that there were different groups of birds that would come down to that little pond, wait their turn, and then jump in and do whatever the birds do in the water. It can't be right, but that's how I remember it. Man, I haven't been... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I wasn't hallucinating, or it wasn't some kind of altered state. I'm sure that's how I remember. I mean, that's how I remember it. And as you can see, them going down there, but that's how I remember it. Them going in groups of species and taking turns. This tree over here, I don't know what it's called, like that main one. It has these little berries that are like the berries on a ligustrum, similar. And it's been trimmed like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, something like that. It used to be like, if you look on the trunk, you can see the little notches where there used to be branches. They came down about, you can see the lights. Right tree? Wait, wrong tree. Oh, that tree. That tree. Yeah, that tree. Anyway, you can see the notches. Yeah, you see that little light thing? There's lights on the side, on the right side, and just above there, about 10 feet above, you start seeing little notches. Anyway, it was really full. One time I went on a, what's it called? Not retreat. We went to do a mission camp, a Bible camp. They were playing. Anyway, we went to Bible camp, to run a Bible camp in Philadelphia, and when I came back, my wife had decided to have the trees pruned. I guess it was when she was thinking about working this garden here, and she wanted to get some more light. And as a surprise, quote, a surprise to me, she had a bunch of these trees pruned, including this one. Well, the thing about it is, when this thing was in seed, it was so cool. One time I was sitting looking out the window. I think there's a bird there. Yeah, and the birds were all over it. I mean, there were like, this is not an exaggeration, there were like 50 birds. And the branches were probably 5 or 6 times thicker. So they were going up and down, just up and down, and they were singing, and they were making all the branches move because they were so active in the tree getting these berries. And they were singing and moving, and the branches were moving, and the leaves on that tree get a red. You can see some of them up there. They get red. While it's still green, you'll have these red leaves. And it was just beautiful. It was really cool the way the birds were singing and making the branches dance around, and they were a lot of motion. So it was really cool. Anyway, so one more part of my wife's garden. that she has done pretty much on her own. And there goes the birds.